it looks like he's going to escalate and become belligerent. And so by that third time that she matches his, she gets upset, matching his sort of frustration, she says, "Oh, why do men have to ruin everything?" I've done that, and I was this close to interjecting and telling him, "Go away, leave them alone," until you said, "Men ruin everything."
He's trying to convince her what you have experienced actually isn't true. He's just trying to tell her that it isn't true. But he could have proven to her that it's not all men by being the man to step up and actually protect her, right? I wonder at this point if men are actually capable of understanding like as a whole. I'm saying, I know we can, but it just sometimes I gotta ask the question because this is so odd, like these types of situations. But really, y'all know, they know exactly what they're doing. Let me stop. It's not like men, like they're just ignorant. Like they know exactly what they're doing, right? And this is like a clear example of how men weaponize the idea of protection. You know, how they weaponize protection against women, or the idea of it, because it's not like they actually protect women, but like the concept of it, as a way to, other themselves. A part of it is, right? And then also a part of it is to gaslight women into accepting like less than acceptable behavior from men, right? It's like, I'm not that guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the case may be. So you should be cool with me. I'm the good guy because I'm not that guy. And it's like, bro, you kind of are that guy though, at the end of the day.
Hey guys, just wanted to check in with a quick story that I just experienced. So I'm on the beach, as you can see. The beach, everything is great, right? So I'm on the beach and I'm hanging out, and so there are these women that they're doing yoga and they're stretching, and so this guy comes over and starts sort of asking them questions, interrupting their session, just being very, disrespectful, and not, being mindful of their event or their space. And he starts persisting, asking questions, and the host, the instructor, tells him by the second, third time, she's polite the first couple of times. By the second, third time, she's like, just, get the fuck away, leave us alone. We have a private event. And so this guy, it looks like he's going to escalate and become belligerent. And so by that third time that she matches his, she gets upset, matching his sort of frustration, she says, "Oh, why do men have to ruin everything?" And so I'm 10 feet away. I'm right there. I'm not that far away because I was sitting on the sort of benches next to the class. There's a bunch of other people as well. And I was this close to actually helping, to actually...
Cap, you would have just helped. If you were that close to helping, you would have just helped.
Going in and being one of those quote unquote good guys that jump in and save the day. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, then...
See how he referred to the good, like being one of those good guys? Like he's actually not a good guy. He's saying though he was going to perform like a good guy, right?
Maybe I shouldn't, since we ruin everything by your saying. And so I wait for the class to end, and I approach this woman. I approach all the women. I say, "Good morning, on behalf of all men. That guy was rude. He was disrespectful. He shouldn't have..."
On behalf of all men, even the man that was rude and disrespectful? So not on behalf of all men. That's stupid. And that was a weird thing to say.
Done that, and I was this close to interjecting and telling him, "Go away, leave them alone," until you said, "Men ruin everything." And so what I actually reminded her, you're actually practicing an art of peace, alignment, attunement, empathy, stillfulness, mindfulness. And yes, he was being disrespectful, but at the same time, responding with in a sense, bigotry, misandry, hatred of blanket statements that all men ruin things.
That's not what she said. She said men ruin everything. She didn't say all men ruin everything. She's saying if something is going to be ruined, it is more than likely going to be ruined by a man. And she's right. For a woman specifically, she's right. So men ruin everything. I hope that lady told him to shut the hell up if this actually happened. Like if this part happened, I could believe the harassment part. But if this part happened, I hope this lady told him to shut the hell up.
Look, don't even get me started on that. And so she started laughing it off. Her friends nearby, a couple of the people
Now you're harassing her, by the way.
in the class were nodding in agreement. But this woman was just, she wasn't having it. And then the person that was filming the class jumped in and said, "Oh, I didn't see you." And I said, this was just a bold-faced lie. I mean, I was 10 feet away, so it was impossible not to see me. But, you know, as they say, accountability is kryptonite, apparently. And so she just started playing, the hostess started playing it off, taking up the mats, laughing, and say, "Oh, well, why didn't you jump in?" And I said, again, I repeated myself, "Because you say men ruin everything." And I jumped in and I just said,
So why wouldn't you be the man that doesn't ruin it and you stop it from happening? Like again, so you see what he's doing. He's using it. He's using the concept of protection to manipulate a woman in real time to get her to change her real world perception of men, right? Her lived experience. He's trying to convince her what you have experienced actually isn't true. He's just trying to tell her that it isn't true. But he could have proven to her that it's not all men by being the man to step up and actually protect her, right? You see what I'm saying? So it's almost as if you guys only want to protect women when you feel like you're going to get a reward. Even if that reward is simply for women to believe that it's not all men, because that's a reward in and of itself, because that, collectively now you have a more of a shot to be with women and to gain access to women or whatever, because it's not all men. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what all of that is about, right? That shit, this is crazy.
"You know what? We need to disarm the battle of the sexes, and we need to come to heal and be more empathetic with each other and not respond with blanket statements, bigoted statements, prejudiced statements that malign an entire gender or sex." And so let me know what you guys think.
Yeah. I think you're an idiot. I think that this probably didn't happen like this, but let's say it did. I think that you are disgusting. I think that you are just like the man that harassed them. You ended up harassing them because your feelings got hurt. You don't know what misandry is. You don't know what misandry is. You don't understand how misogynistic you're trying to mansplain this to them, and you didn't even know what the fuck you were talking about. You asked me for my thoughts. So I'm just giving my thoughts. You don't know what accountability is if it hits you in them trash ass tone loc shades you got on. Yeah, like many of things, brother. Many of things. But the man that was harassing them, he was doing that because he's misogynist, and that's what misogynist men do. They feel entitled to the attention of women, and they go up to them and they harass them, right, to get that attention. You feel entitled to a woman not thinking you're a part of the collective of men for some odd reason. You tried to other yourself. And so you went up to them and you voiced your terrible opinion about it. And you shouldn't have done it. Just to put it simply, you shouldn't have done it. You're stupid. And now it is confirmed if that woman is smart, which it sounds like she is, it has confirmed in her mind that it is indeed always men. And it may not be all men, again, because that's not what she said, but it's always a man. I don't know why you guys don't understand how important that is. that every single time a woman's peace is disturbed, it's disturbed by a man. It may not be you, but it's always a man. So her saying that it's always a man isn't misandry. That's a fucking fact. That's a fucking fact. That's not misandry. That's not bigoted. That's not like, what are you talking about? Women can't even be bigoted in this aspect. That doesn't even make sense. Like, what are you talking about? That's stupid. Bigotry, racism, sexism, these things all fall in the same vein, right? Women cannot exercise sexism because they don't have the cachet to do so socially, politically, economically. They don't. Black people can't be racist because we don't have the cachet to do so politically, socially, and economically, right? And being prejudiced is perfectly fine. When you belong to the oppressed group of people, being prejudiced is perfectly okay. Perfectly okay. It's a safety mechanism, to be honest with you, right? So yeah, brother, you missed the mark. And you proved her point in real time. That's it. Simple as that.